Hello YouTube. Yeah, I'm doing a video on Snakes at Sunset review. I bought a Coral Glow pastel male from them. It said 2017, but I seriously doubt he was a 2017. I think he was maybe a 2018 hatchling. Anyway, they had false advertising. One, I tried to get in contact with them the day after I got him to find out what he was eating, when he ate, when was the last time he ate, how much he weighed before I got him, and his exact birthday. The guy emailed me back and told me a week later and told me that they don't keep records of their birthdays, shedding, or any stuff like that, or how much they weigh. They don't keep any records of that. Um, Second, he had me take a picture of his enclosure and give him his temperatures. And then he began to tell me that they fed them live hopper mice every Friday, which is something they do not have on their website, that they feed them live prey at all. Also, I asked for a refund because that was false advertising. You sold me an animal that you have no clue about. You don't even know how old he is. You don't know when the last time you fed him. And then you tell me that you feed them live feed every Friday. And I got this animal Thursday, and he came to me Friday morning. So that means he has not eaten in almost 2 weeks. I've tried to feed him everything I could when I got him. He wouldn't eat anything, but if I would have known he eat live animals, live hopper mice, that would have made my life and his life a lot easier. As far as I know, when I got him, he was pretty much probably starved. He probably never even ate anything. If he is 2017, he's super underweight. If he's a hatchling, then I can understand. The guy was pretty nasty about it. He told me he wouldn't give me a refund because I think the animal was unhealthy. That he wasn't going to give me a refund for false advertising. But he sold me an animal that was sickly, that's probably never been fed, that wasn't a year old. He was probably just a hatchling. And he couldn't give me any information on him whatsoever. He didn't have no birthday written down. He didn't have the last time he was fed. He didn't have no weight. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a 2018 hatchling. And for them to be selling animals that they do not keep records on, that you can't find information on, yeah, you need to stop selling animals. That's not good. So do not buy at Snakes at Sunset or any online breeder that you cannot get information about the animal on hand, like right after you buy them. If they don't send you a card with all the information on there, or if you request it and they send it to you, that's fine. But if they don't send you nothing, yeah, do your research. I wish I would have did a little bit more research on Snake and Sunset, which I did. Only a couple of YouTubes said they were good, and I recently just found one that said that they have bad customer service and they sell animals that they don't picture on their website, and I believe them now. Also, yeah, he's totally underweight. Excuse me, my nose is not running; it itches. The guy was rude. He obviously doesn't care about the animals he sells. He says that they feed them 9 to 10 times before they sell them to people. Yeah, if that was true, dude, he would not be as skinny as he was when I got him. Unless he was a hatchling and never been fed. Which you're telling me that he was a yearling. And there's no way in the world that he was a yearling. And if he's a yearling and you're feeding them live hopper mice, yeah, you need to stop selling animals because a yearling should be on rats. If not rats, rat pups. For you to still be feeding him live hopper mice is totally underfeeding that animal. So you need to do your research a little bit more before you start selling ball pythons. Supposedly you've been doing it for 15 years. Obviously you've been doing it wrong. Um, yeah. And again, change your website. Include that you feed them live prey, especially live hopper mice or live anything. Not just put on there, start feeding, they either eat mice or rat chubs. That don't tell me nothing. As far as I'm concerned, they're frozen thawed. Yeah, don't buy snakes at Sunset. And I don't care if they get mad if they see this, because I'm usually not a YouTube person. I don't post anything on YouTube. I watch a lot of posts, but I never post anything on YouTube. And this is like my first post ever, because I'm highly upset that people that sell animals don't care what they are selling people as long as they get the money. That's wrong. And if you are overwhelmed, you need to cut back on what you're selling and what you're buying, so you can keep up with the animals that you have. If you not keep records on your animals, and if you cannot give a customer the exact birthday when that animal was born, how much it weighed, and what you fed them when you sell it to them, you don't need to be selling animals, period. Yeah. And stop false advertising on your website. He said false advertising is when you sell an animal for one price and they charge you for another. Dude, no. You need to look up what false advertising means. It means selling something, you're selling a customer something, you're selling them the information on the website says one thing, but you're not getting that. That's false advertising, and people get sued for that. And that's the only way that dude responded back to my email after a week of trying to contact them, because I told him that I was going to sue him. He won't give me a refund because he says it's ridiculous to give me a refund, even though he's false advertising all his animals. And he don't even know what he sold me. He don't know how old the animal is. He don't know how much it weighed. All he knows that they feed them live mice now, live hopper mice every Friday. He doesn't know when the last time he ate or when last time he shed. Yeah, do your research. If you're going to be an online breeder, make sure you get in contact with the breeder first. It's try to get as much information you can about the animal that you're buying. They should be able to give you that information on a card or a letter when you get the animal, so you know what's going on with the animal when you get it. Yeah. Other than that, if you're buying online and you can't get in contact with the person asking questions about the animal, don't buy them. That means they have too many animals to keep up with. Buy from a small breeder. That way you know what you're getting, and you know that the animal's getting taken care of, and they're able to keep up on them. Yeah. The next animal I will get will be a Disco Inferno female, and I'm already in contact with the breeder. He's an awesome guy so far. I've been texting him about her. He's been sending me pictures. He lets me know. He let me know when the last time she ate, what she eats, how much she weighs, until I get her. And he's been really nice about it. Thank you, Ohio Reptiles, by the way. Shout out to you guys. Again, do not buy anything from Snakes at Sunset. Like, ever. If you had a good experience with them, kudos on you. Maybe I caught them on a bad day or a bad week or something. But yeah, my opinion is my opinion. You can take it or leave it, but I'm just letting you know what happened to me. And I personally will not buy anything from Snake and Sunsets, not even food. Yeah. Like I said, sorry, Snake at Sunset. I must have caught you at a bad day, but unfortunately, your bad day is costing you some good reviews, because this is a bad one. Again, do not buy nothing at Snake at Sunset. Yeah, I got a glitch in my eyes. That's crazy. Yeah, do not buy anything at Snake at Sunset unless you are prepared to go weeks on end not getting any information about your animal. Again, unfortunately, it's a bad experience. I was hoping that it wasn't, so I can prove some people that these people are pretty cool, and the comments about some of them on YouTube were true. Unfortunately, they're not true. Some people had good experiences and some people have not, and I'm unfortunately one of those people that did not have a good experience with Snakes at Sunset. I can't stress enough, if you cannot communicate with the breeder about the animal 48 hours after you get him, that means they're overwhelmed with too many animals to keep up with. And they probably have no record on them as far as how much he weighs or when he was fed, because they probably don't even know. Yeah. Start off with a small breeder that breeds maybe a certain type of ball python, or a small breeder that knows what he's doing. Ask around. YouTube's out there. Get some reviews about them on YouTube. I wish I would have did more digging on Snakes at Sunset on YouTube, but I didn't until after. Yeah. If the breeder communicates with you about the animal, can give you detailed information about them, even if you don't want that much detail, that's a good breeder. And that means they're going to send you something with the animal to make sure that you know what's going on with him, so you're not surprised if he doesn't eat this or if he don't eat that. Yeah. But yeah, I will not be dealing with Snake at Sunsets, and I highly advise everyone else out there to maybe not deal with them too, or at least try to get more information on the animal before you even buy them from Snake at Sunsets. If they can't give you information on them, do not buy them, because they do not know. That means because they are overwhelmed with too much animals. They're probably a snake mill for all I know. The way that guy acts and emails me, that's probably all he does is a snake mill. He probably just breeds a whole bunch of snakes, don't keep up with them, and just sell them. And the fact that he said he feeds them 9 or 10 times before they're shipped, yeah, it doesn't show. I mean, if it does, you're feeding them you're underfeeding them. Live hopper mice for an adult or yearling or a sub-adult snake is not good. They should be on rats or rat pups. Again, yeah, I'm highly upset. That's why I'm kind of talking a lot, but you get the picture. I don't tolerate people mistreating animals. It's ridiculous, especially snakes that are great creatures. They live for a long time, and they're resilient to abuse from people like Snake at Sunset. Again, thank you. I hope you look at the review, post a comment down below if you had the same issue. If you haven't had the same issue, I mean, fine, good for you. But if you are going through the same thing I'm going through with any breeder, you need to post that mess down there below my my video, and let people know that some of these breeders out here do not care about what they're selling, and that you need to stay away from them. Again, thank you. Hopefully I'll have some more posts about my Disco Inferno female that I'll be getting soon, and I'll post some updates about my Coral Glow pastel male that I got from Snake at Sunset, so you guys can see how he's doing, because right now he's not doing good. He's super skinny. I'm gonna go buy him a live hopper today at my local pet stop and see if he'll eat that this evening, because he's super active at night because he's looking for food. Now that I know what to feed him after a week of trying to find out, hopefully he'll eat and get some weight on him and be happy. Okay, thank you. You guys have a good day or night. Bye YouTube, see you later.